go down to Loch Maree, just have a little look, see if we can find somewhere to park down there. We'll take Glyn and Sharon and show them what it's like. Glyn said, "Shall we walk down there?" I thought, well, you can.
You can just about walk to the Beinn Eighe
Yeah, you can walk to the Beinn Eighe Visitor Centre, yeah.
That's, if you want to do the walk after that, that's quite a bit of walking. I've seen people in here with a caravan, didn't we, once?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. Did you get too close there, am I?
You open the door. You did a false on the rock with Poppy on your knee once, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're there, aren't you? You can walk up into the hills.
That's right,
The
yeah.
back round, which I've done.
You've done that, haven't you?
Yeah, I might come back and do that at some stage.
There's sorry, no dogs.
What? Even well trained dogs. There you go. Not seen that.
Because we took Poppy last time.
Yeah. Perhaps even well trained dogs like you can't go on the trail. It is. You'd never guess it though, would you?
You can park your caravan there.
Yeah, we've parked motorhome in there.
Yeah.
Before.
On that, we're showing where we are.
Yeah.
Which is there.
Yeah.
There's Kinlochewe.
Yeah.
And there is Applecross.
Yeah.
So you have to go down there, either around the coast or over the pass.
Yeah.
And we've come from that direction, haven't we?
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
So over here is Inverness.
Yeah. So we could go up to Gairloch and pull you, or down to Shield. About 40 miles either way, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've been into there, haven't we? Been all the way around
Gorge.
there.
Yeah.
We have been right at the top.
Where will you be going if you go to Pilby?
Pull you.
Yeah. You won't be going to Applecross.
No.
No. You could say you could go either way there. I'm going to have a look. There's a good display. Britain's oldest national nature reserve since 1951. A crossbill.
As late as the 18th century, as late as the 18th century, you could be towed around the island behind a boat as a remedy for lunacy. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. Watch the birds, isn't it? All the butterflies.
I saw a dragonfly yesterday, haven't I?
Yeah, we did. Saw one on the campsite. so I didn't have my camera out. High and mighty. 7 rocky peaks that together form Beinn Eighe. At the summit is a panoramic spine of pale glittering mountain top. One of the most spectacular scenery in Scotland.
So we're there.
And we're down there, number 1. I'm sort of looking up there. File Mountain. Green Loch. Grey Bog. Look at that. What you can do with the drone, eh? Wow.
Poppy, get down.
Get down. Well, that were very nice.
Oh, wasn't that?
Yeah, Italian style cafe. Yeah, well worth a visit. We had, what was it? It's mushroom flatbread basically,
yeah.
with Italian cheese.
And the chips were really nice.
Chips were very good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A couple of nice cafes, isn't it? The
Yeah.
one near the garage is nice.
That's right. Glyn's kindly driven us to Gairloch. It's a bit windy up here.
It's a lovely beach, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a really nice beach down there, so perhaps we'll have a wander down there. There's a hotel and some shops up here. We come up to the top of Gairloch. Might go down to the harbour a little bit later. He's busy.
Building over there.
Which building?
You can just see the roof. It's a big building. We passed it on our right coming in.
Yeah, probably.
Could possibly be, yeah.
Oh, found the Gairloch Museum. There's parking here as well. Yeah, must be new this.
No, we've got its own 8 rooms.
Sorry?
We've got its own 8 rooms.
I told it because I was going to get out of it. I thought it would be strong.
Yeah. Didn't realise it was a former nuclear bunker. Willkommen. Bienvenue. There's a bit of a lighthouse here as well. One of those crazy mirrors, isn't it? But in reverse.
Weird looking in there.
Yeah. That's a really weird view looking in there like that.
Yeah, it's maybe weird.
That's how the lighthouse worked. There's the lamp. On a rotator. Keep the lamp lit. The light stood still and it was reported the keeper would be sacked. It was the worst thing that could ever happen. So wear safety glasses to protect their eyes. There's those, presumably. Yeah.
Same there, but September 1934, the clockwork machine broke down. They had to turn the lens by hand for 2 nights.
2 nights, for good grief. In the 80s, light source now, a modern LED, is controlled from Edinburgh. And that's the modern LED inside the lantern looks very different.
It was that, they had to keep going then.
Yeah. This is There's the fog siren machine. On a calm day, the sound of the foghorn could be heard 10 miles away, produced by compressed air, amplified by the large red horn, which you can see outside the museum. Wow. When they built it.
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's way up there.
Yeah, it's up the top there. We could go up there, couldn't we? That's
Been
all-
up the other side to Cove, remember that?
Yeah. Rooray is the Gaelic place name for the site of the lighthouse, means smooth headland. I found a time capsule in 2015 at the Corey Church in Torridon, which was buried in 1887. It had the contents of some newspapers and coins. 1887, Her Majesty's Jubilee. Torridon Catechism. Jubilee issue coins, 50 years on the throne. A list of contributors, the Gladiator. That's great, isn't it? Over here is an outdoor pulpit. It's an outdoor pulpit from Shodog Free Presbyterian Church. There's a Gaelic psalm, 23rd Psalm, being sung in Gaelic. So this was a nuclear bunker, wow. Champions of Gairloch Gaelic. Just going back a little bit further.
Yeah, 5,000 years.
That's 5,000 years ago, is it?
Yeah, around 25,000 years.
Wow. Pictish stone.
Yeah.
What's that say?
So it's made of local Torridon sandstone. It's probably carved between AD 500 and AD 700. Found in 1870.
You can touch it.
I know. It's got a picture of a fish and part of a, what's that? Is it well, some sort of bird, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately its top's broken off, isn't it?
Yeah. Signs of early settlers. It's continuous human settlement since the Mesolithic period when people were hunter-gatherers. From 8,000, 4,000 BC. Huts. Yeah, Cranogs from the Iron Age. Yeah, which we've obviously visited. There's the Poolew Hoard. It seems to represent objects from the early Iron Age that must have been thrown into a hill loch as an offering to the gods. They're found in 1870, May 1877. This guy here, Hector McIver. So they've got We've got some of the numbers. 4 is the socketed axe head.
That's a stone lamp. Oh no, it's not.
No,
Number 8.
No, 6
Over there.
is 6 is an axe head. 5 is fragments of a socketed, like, of a socketed axe head. And then over here they've got
That's the lamp. Number 8.
Yeah.
Stone lamp.
stone lamp, and 9 is a carved stone ball. No one really knows what they're used for. I suppose they could be used for throwing. I've got axe heads and 1 axe and arrowheads. So number 4 is an arrowhead, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And number 1, what's the number 1? Solid ring. Looks like a bowl to me. Oh, it's a beaker. Looking at different displays here. There's a beaker found in a cist grave near Beaulieu during roadworks in 1938. Another beaker found at Kinlochewe in 1898. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Glimpse into a cottage there, isn't it?
Crofter's cottage.
Crofter's cottage. That's great, isn't it? Oh, plates and big pot.
Big lamp at the back there.
Yeah. Stool and the bellows.
That's like our teapot.
Oh, it is. It's our teapot. What are they doing with our teapot?
A spinning wheel at the back there.
Oh, yeah. Right at the back. That's lovely. That's through the window. Okay, thanks. Cart here. It's all about crofting life. Early settlers gathered shellfish along the shore, and from Stone Age times, fish were hunted with spears. So obviously a fishing spear. Carrying a wicker skip containing a baited small line on top of a large creel for his catch.
What's that thing there?
Don't know. Looks like some sort of buoy or buoy or that was hand cutting tools for actual crofting. Special spades. So the first tractor came to Gairloch in 1947 on trial from the Board of Agriculture. Wow, look at the spade size of that. See that?
Yeah.
That's the outside of the crofter's cottage in here.
What's that?
No idea. Stone wheels. Something about some of the birds here. Stunning coastline and seas full of life. Temperate climate, cool summers and mild winters. Sea here is relatively warm thanks to the North Atlantic drift extension of the Gulf Stream. Wow, mussels, fan mussel and an Icelandic clam, and that's the biggest bivalve shellfish. Extremely rare due to scallop dredging. This is the largest ever found, came from Loch Maree, is thought to have been around 20 years old. You won't find them like that now, will you?
That's what we need for midges.
What's that?
Next door, midge eater.
The Highland midge. attempt to bite back. This machine was known as the midge eater and was developed in Scotland in an attempt to combat the dreaded midge. First device of its kind. It releases a chemical that mimics a person's breath. The midges approach, thinking a human victim is nearby, and is quickly sucked into the midge eater to die. Excellent.
I need one of them.
I get Poppy barking, wouldn't it? Abundance of rivers and lochs. And that's a black-throated diver. Pine marten. Badger. And woodlands. Woodpeckers. And the wildcats. Merlin. Smallest bird of prey. Probably one of the biggest. Wow, look at that specimen. It's a golden eagle. Nests on crags and rears one or two eaglets which fledge in June. There's a healthy population locally. Ptarmigan. All about the rock here. Lewisian gneiss, 3,000 million years old. Wow. All about the rocks. When the earth moves. Yeah, at the peak of the Ice Age lies a large ice sheet covered Scotland. Glaciers carved out the land, deepening valleys and isolating mountains. No, can't do it. Well, you do feel it moving. Yeah. Earthquakes felt around the British Isles in the last 50 days.
Oh.
I've got a mock-up of a shop here. Basically sold everything, didn't it? Scales. Looks like there's a home brew kit here. Water of life. So, illegal manufacture of whisky was widespread through the Highlands in the 18th and 19th century as they tried to avoid taxes imposed on malt and the spirit itself. Isolated parish of Gairloch was ideal for illicit whisky manufacture. I'm sure I sat at desks like this with the ink bottle there.
There we go.
Inkwell. Practice the handwriting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all about the parish and the First World War. Poole section of the Territorials. It's Scotty McLennan in full ceremony uniform. Whenever you go to museums, there's always something about the Great War, isn't there?
Yeah.
The Navy. And they made use of Loch Maree from the 1890s, using deep water and narrow entrance made it easy to defend. Admiral Jellicoe brought his ships to the loch for coaling and repairs. Gun defences was set up to provide additional protection for his grand fleet.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember seeing those at Cove.
Yeah. Contaminated with anthrax. Good grief. 1987. Cost of liberty. Sinking of the Liberty ship. was a cargo ship approaching Loch Maree in the morning of 26th of February 1944. It hit rocks and broke up in mountainous seas, flinging all on board into the oil-covered sea. 3 men reached shore and struggled through the snow for help in foul weather, while crofters brought blankets and made tea. Of the 74 American crewmen, only 12 were saved. The crash of a B-24 Liberator. 13th of June 1945, as the war in Europe had ended, a bomber named Sleepy Time Gal, returning home to America carrying 9 crew and 6 other US military personnel, and it crashed in the hills above Gairloch. Combination of engine problems, strong wind and poor visibility. That was a Liberty. Yeah, that was a Liberty bomber. Okay. Yeah. Surgeon's uniform, and that's Sleepy Time Gun. All about the Second World War and the various things that went on.
The Spitfire crash near Big Sam.
Yeah. AA emplacements, oil fuelling, heavy AA guns, coastal defence artillery. Wow. And telephone exchange, of course, repeater station.
The school up here was...
School was bombed by German planes. What do they care for bombing schools? Good grief.
I suppose they're looking for all the defences up here, aren't they?
Yeah, I suppose so. That's the anti-aircraft operations room, purpose-built reinforced concrete in the early 50s. It was severely functional, standard design. It survived the Loch Maree gun-defended area, part of the UK's defence system preparing for anticipating nuclear attack from the Soviet Union. Tilly lamp. The telephone set there, isn't it? Field telephone and radiation equipment. Yeah. Oh dear. Airburst effects computer number 1.
Oh, it's fascinating. There's a bike right the way up there.
Yeah, that's right.
Some peat on a cart and a spinning wheel.
Yeah. What a great little museum. And cafe there. So Glenn, what's the newest thing you've seen in this museum?
The fuse board up here. It's the newest one out on the market.
I wouldn't have known that.
I get shouted out often while going round saying, look at that wagon there, it's terrible.
What about the track lighting up here? That's quite good, isn't it?
I like it, especially lighting places like this up using a track light, because you move the lights whenever you want to move.
When we move the display, yeah.
Leak behind my back.
That's very nice.
Sign into a BT Wi-Fi hotspot.
Where are you today, Bob?
We're in the golf club at Gairloch.
Gairloch.
Gairloch Golf Club.
Yeah. Dog friendly.
Dog friendly. Well behaved dogs.
No, it said well-behaved humans.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shouldn't be in here then, should we? This is alright, isn't it? Quite a plateful.
Yeah.
What have you got, Sharon? You got a beef burger?
Yeah.
We got a veggie burger. Yeah, it's a good plateful. Yeah, started to rain, but highly recommended the Gairloch Golf Club. A really nice meal in there. Very nice. And dog friendly. Yeah, rather rainy Gairloch. We've been lucky so far with the weather, but it is definitely raining today. Glass bottom boat there. Well, I think I've possibly had enough now. Trying out my new coat. So, forgot to bring me waterproof trousers.